Greetings and welcome to the Keystone AEA's January update. As we started this process a few months ago, I was really excited about the opportunity to highlight and share the stories from around our agencies. This month is no exception. We're going to focus on our early access team and all the wonderful work they do with our youngest, earliest learners and those families who are trying to figure out how to navigate life with a child who learns differently. We're really excited for you to see this. It is an emotional video and just further tells the story of all the vital things that Keystone AEA offers the citizens of Northeast Iowa.
Early Access is a state program for children birth to 3. ACCESS actually stands for a coordinated and collaborated early system of supports. So we work with families and help them enhance their ability to help their children who are at risk for delays or have developmental delays diagnosed through a condition. One of the questions that gets asked to us most often is, how much is this going to cost? What it's going to do to my insurance? Early access services are at no cost to the family. So whether you have insurance, you have Medicaid, or no insurance at all of your services are the same no matter what.
In early access, we work with families not only in their home and natural environments, but also how we provide services, which is through everyday occurrences and families' natural routines. We want to meet children where they're at and really focus on family priorities. That's the foundation of our services.
I would say, we're going to start with wherever they are with their family. Our biggest concern is what your concerns are. So we're going to help you throughout your day so that we make your day easier.
We want to know what would make the biggest difference in your life if we were to help support you, the caregiver, to help support your child doing what activity. And we're going to prioritize that, and then we're going to brainstorm.
What we want to do is just to come in, watch those routines, and then work with the family to figure out how can we tweak that just a little bit to work on that independent step. We've also found that working in routines, there's so much more repetition than just this contrived thing of, I'm going to do this thing 5 times for no reason. Kids are motivated when they're doing routines, and they also just get that repeated practice during something that they naturally do all the time.
Our goal is really to be a coach and a support for the family to help them be able to guide their child and develop their child's skills. Often we think of our services being a marble in a jar, and although that's the start, if the family can continue practicing that skill on a daily basis, that marble jar fills up a lot quicker.
My early access experience, I guess it starts back when my daughter Chloe was born. When she was born, that's when we found out that she was diagnosed with Down syndrome. When we found that out, obviously the first thing you think about is tears and all the negative things, what could be wrong, what she's not going to be able to do or say, all of those things. And I knew right then that in my mind that I had a unique experience being a preschool teacher, as well as Chloe's parent. I guess I was probably home even probably just a week. Like, what am I gonna do? And then you read everything on the internet, and that's the worst thing to do because that's what I did even at the hospital. And yeah, I had many days where I cried, and we were able to start early access in the home and develop that IEP, and she had her early access teacher, PT, OT, speech, the whole team that we needed. What was nice about it is they come into the home and gave us things to work on. I feel like they were able to come in and specify her needs. I'm a teacher, but I don't notice, OT, PT needs. What was also really great was early access team come into not only our home, but as well as the babysitter's home. So we got to experience them helping the babysitter with Chloe. So we also got hit with COVID. So we were able to do all of the things that we needed to do with that early access team via Zoom. So no matter what, they were there. Even involving, we're such an outdoors family, even figuring out ways to involve Chloe in the outside. I even zoomed outside and we had her feeding the cat and doing those different chores outside. Early access was there from all the way from the starting of her first steps, knowing what to do to get her to drink from a bottle right, drink from a cup right, all the way up to learning how to do routine things, brush her teeth, set the table, all those routines that we didn't know really existed. They were able to be there and walk us through those steps. You don't really know how much it helps and benefits a family and a child. I guess they were really like family to us. And I can say that the best thing that we ever did was reach out for help and the services. And I guess I want everybody to know that don't be afraid to ask for help and address your child's needs, because it's the best thing for your child and your family.
As an early access provider, it's an incredibly humbling experience. Families welcome us into their home at a time that they may be learning a diagnosis, maybe seeing that they're going to be taking a different path in life that they didn't anticipate. And they welcome us in and they trust us and they let us be a part of that journey. And for that, I think I'll always be grateful for.
So as far as like seeing growth in children over time, parents may not be able to see that change because they're with their child every day. But the service providers that come in weekly, monthly, every couple months, it's very rewarding to walk in and see all of a sudden the child is walking, or they're talking, or they're using sign language, or their communication has just improved so much that they're less frustrated.
And so to celebrate that with them is just amazing, because we are oftentimes the first ones that get to see the first step with mom or dad, or they might send us a text or a picture like, oh my gosh, they did that thing that we were practicing. So because of that team approach and that really personal level that we get at when we're in the homes and in that natural environment, it just is, I don't know, even more fun to celebrate because we're right there with the families, and it's just cool that they want to share that.
I love getting a text or an email or even a video from a family that they'll send even between sessions because they were so excited about something that they were doing or that's been helpful for them, and they love to share that with us even before we get back for the next visit.
It may not be the typical developmental milestones that we talk about as society, but when we see those little successes that child makes, we celebrate big.
If parents are interested in early access, Keystone has an early access website that they can check out. And on that website, there are videos of parents who have accessed services through early access, and you can hear their real stories about them, their family, and their child. We just want to make sure that families understand that we're all about helping them and building their capacity and expanding their capacity because they're already doing good things. We just want them to know that. We want them to realize the progress, and we want them to feel supported when things can be difficult for them.
We'll only be working with these children for a short period of time on their life journey, and to build that support and capacity for families to support their child for a lifetime is a pretty big deal.
Wow, what a fantastic story. What great and important work the Early Access team does. I'd like to thank all of them for the work that they do, and really like to thank Nicole for taking the risk and participating in this video as a parent. It's important to hear the voice of those who we serve, and what a great way to tell our story and to share with Northeast Iowa the important impact that Keystone has.